No. I meant like, I mean, did you eat yourself? Like, did you also eat something as well? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. I was responding to Shoto. Hi, Shoto. What's up, Ivy? What's up, Lord? Drive safely, ride safely. Hello, Ari. What's up, Angel? What's up, Sam? Welcome in. Myth, my man. How you doing, Myth? 9. I have no appetite. No appetites. Damn. What I come into? Oh, nothing really. Just be eating. Excuse me. Oh, goddamn. How you doing, Sam? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. What's on the schedule today? Well, I am eating right now, so I had in mind that while I'm eating, we're gonna watch some YouTube videos. We're gonna watch a food video first, and then I was watching a video last night. It's about an hour-long video of someone explaining how much they love and hate the game The Isle. If anyone doesn't know what The Isle is, The Isle is basically a dinosaur simulator game. I owned the game. I bought it when it came out. I played it for like 30 minutes and I never picked it up again because I didn't have any friends to play it with. So I'm interested to see his opinions. Like I watched like the first 30 minutes of the video and I was like, oh shit, this is kind of interesting. So I'm going to watch the entire video and then who knows, maybe I might even play the game. Because I forgot that I owned the game. And I know that now that I have some wonderful friends who actually do own the game as well, maybe they might be down. Because I remember seeing, I think it was Lord. I remember seeing Lord playing the game recently. I want the game? Really? I would have never thought. Wait, what? It says ads start in 5 minutes. I thought I just played ads. Did I not just play? Did you guys just not just watch ads? Okay, I'm gonna snooze that for as long as I can. I don't know why it's asking to watch ads again. But anyways, as I was saying, I didn't get ads. I stalled it. It said that there was ads to be played in 5 minutes, but I could have sworn I just played ads. But if it shows up again, I apologize. There might be some more ads. But yeah, I saw that some of my friends own the game. Lord has 44 hours in it, so maybe Lord can teach me a little bit of the game. But I do want the game. The Isle is really? I would have not had expected you to enjoy something like that. Pumpkin, thank you for the daily gotcha. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good. How are you doing today? So we're gonna watch that video. Hopefully, maybe we might get into the game. We'll see. I know Lord's currently riding on his bike, so I'll ask his opinion. Enough of me yapping though, because I did say that today's plans is we're gonna watch some videos. So right now we're gonna watch Abroad in Japan. I tried Tokyo's cheapest restaurants. 5 meals under $10. Honestly, if it wasn't so payday too piled right now, I would probably check that shit out. The Isle? I heard that the Isle is like it's a huge time investment because like you could spend 3-4 hours growing your dinosaur, and like the intensity of trying to keep your dinosaur alive and then just dying is just like a thrilling feeling. But I don't know how I would feel trying to survive 3 to 4 hours growing my dinosaur. Why not just play Ark? I love Ark. Ark is like the wet dream. I wish that game came out sooner when I was a kid, because if anyone doesn't know, I fucking love dinosaurs. Isn't that the same game? Okay, but the difference between Ark and the Isle, Ark, you're playing a survival game, but you're a human and you're playing it like a traditional survival game. The Isle, you're playing as a dinosaur itself, but you're simulating what it's like to actually be a dinosaur. And that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing. You are just the dinosaur. You start as a baby, and you like grow to an adult. But it's hard because like all the other dinosaurs are actual players. There's not a single AI or not a single like NPC dinosaur. They're all actual dinosaurs. So you're just like, excuse me, you're trying to just survive. That's the basic game loop. Oh my god. And there are no humans at all in that game. So that's the major difference. I think you got a little spice there. Are you good? I'm good. I'm good. I drank water and it went down the wrong hole. But yeah, we're gonna watch a video after that. I'll briefly explain like the good parts of the game and then the bad parts of the game. Again, I was watching the video. I've only had 5 hours in the game. And when was the last time I played the Isle? The last time I played the Isle was in 2019. That's actually kind of sad how long ago that was. Apparently, I left a review for this game too. That's embarrassing. Yeah, apparently I left a review. It used to be $20. The Isle looks like a fun game. Oh, okay, it is still $20. Yeah, apparently it's like the kind of game that I would enjoy a lot. It seems nowadays the game has gone in a pretty bad direction. There's another dinosaur game called Path of Titans. I believe that's what it's called. Or something like that. But enough of me yapping. Let's get to watching some videos, guys. I believe my screen is not showing because I am a bit dumb. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. I was like, maybe this might be a video that you guys will also enjoy watching along with me. Because I like dinosaurs. I don't know how many people actually enjoy dinosaurs. But I genuinely enjoyed my time watching the video. I was really surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like the video. Is there permadeath in Isles? So there is. So again, you start off as a dinosaur species of your choosing. You start as a baby, and then you grow over time. Once you die, you gotta start over again. So I think it's a really fun game to play with like friends. Because if you play with friends, right, at least you have a pack. Well, I think the beauty of it is when you play as a specific dinosaur species, there's no voice chat, there's no chat. You cannot talk to another dinosaur species. You can talk amongst the same species of your kind, but you cannot, there's no physical way for you to talk to another species. So the only way you could talk is by roaring. And there's different types of roars too, which is really interesting.
Is 1,000 yen, about $6.50.
I really don't want to be insensitive, but like, you hyperfixate a lot too much on dinos. That's just me, bro.
Now in the UK,
that's just the way I talk.
A sad sandwich, a packet of crisps, and a passive-aggressive smile. Here in Japan, though, this is a passport to a bloody good meal. Today we're going for 5 meals at 5 different restaurants, each for 1,000 yen or less. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, some serious.
Okay, so there are ads being played. I don't know why.
Given I blew all my budget on
could it possibly be the Tism? Maybe.
Well, I've chosen these 5 restaurants.
I got the Tism.
Number 1. They're everywhere. No matter if you're lost in Tokyo, Kyoto, or anywhere in between, they're there when you need them the most. And number 2, they're examples of culinary efficiency at its absolute peak. Many with wonderful
Dinos, they're cute, so I don't even blame you. Dinosaurs are pog, bro. I love dinosaurs.
Served up by a robot cat with trust issues. So without further ado,
my friends got it too. I'm pretty accustomed to this by now. Will I get into something? I get into something. He's a Sonic type, though. Fair enough. Alright, if I'm quiet, it's because I'm eating. I haven't eaten yet today.
Don't tell anyone about this restaurant. This is my favorite restaurant chain in Japan. I eat there twice a week. Nobody knows about it because it's concealed, typically on the second or third.
Is it morning for you?
Hidden away. And my God, is it
not really. It's 3:17 p.m.
Don't let anyone see us.
Eating KBB later, and you didn't even invite me? That's fucked up. How could you?
Recreate the warmth and nutrition of home-cooked meals, but in a casual restaurant setting, with their slogan being "A taste of home." Thankfully, not my home.
Goodbye, Shota.
We all know just how bad my cooking is. Still,
sleep well, sleep well.
Good for you, right? Right.
They say in life the toughest decision you'll ever make is choosing your career.
I'm gonna move my microphone.
It's choosing what to eat at Otoya.
Okay,
also, I keep pronouncing.
You got invited, and you didn't even invite me. That's fucked up.
Just quite hard to say that naturally. When you're as
Sleepy League for the Eddie Gotcha.
Same Japanese words as I am. But what makes Otoya so good is if you're a health-conscious consumer like I am, each item on the menu has a breakdown.
Doesn't mean I can get a solo table for myself. I was so pussy. Never heard the saying breakfast is the most important meal of the day? I have a lot in school. Here's the problem though. I can't eat breakfast.
Look at this assortment of wonderful dishes. We've got this
My
pie
body
miso
has
soup.
that looks kind of okay. My body has grown where I can't eat breakfast because I kind of puke it nowadays.
I was like, what? What do you mean? What does that mean? And luckily it turns out...
Complete bull balls, by the way. There's no difference between lunch and breakfast.
White grain rice. We've also got the...
I mean, you need that early day energy, you know? So that's what breakfast is for.
Wonderful green plate. Fried chicken, green beans, onions, carrots, and the last piece of the puzzle, a little cheeky salad as well, with some sauce to drizzle upon the salad. Hey, but this vinegar sauce is so sticky.
And Santa isn't real. What's up, Kim? Thank you for the daily gacha. Hello, Abby. Thank you for the daily gacha. How do I say that again? That was weird.
I don't know any other friend that eats
ADHD brain. Me.
Japan, in my opinion. And I don't feel that sort of sense of guilt that you get some of the other restaurants we're going to go to in this video. Yes, I could have gone for the boiled fish and got something a little bit healthier. It just tastes so good though. You know, you can eat fried chicken when it comes with salad, right? You can delude yourself that it is healthy. With each passing year, I grow increasingly deluded on a broad exam.
I feel hungry. What are you eating? I'm eating. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. I'm eating chicken Alfredo with Asian sausages.
Witchcraft. I don't understand how they can give you this much food at such a ridiculous price. Autoya, you might not be able to find them.
I had some leftovers, so I was like, fuck, why not?
Let's face it, with a taste score of 9 out of 10 at
I mean, it is pretty good. I probably should have put in the microwave a bit longer. It's leftovers. I forgot to. I went to go warm it.
It's the culinary equivalent of finding out your tax refund includes a free.
As soon as you put one too many peppers on that, nah.
It's the rarest restaurant on.
I'm gonna pause the video because apparently ads are being played again. I don't know why. I just played ads, and I hate that I can't stop this one. Let me know if you do get the ads or not. I apologize if you do. I have no idea why it's playing again. You know, I didn't put any peppers on them. Spice is not for me. I could barely handle spice. It didn't. It takes a little while. Like I'll say that it's playing it, and then it'll just take like maybe like a minute delay, and then I'll play the ads. Watch, I'm gonna get hit with 20 ads. I really hope you don't. Please. Can't handle salt. No. I've noticed that oily foods, the oil kind of stays in my throat a little bit. And so it makes me kind of cough a lot because I'm trying to get like the oil out of my throat. Either it's oil or mucus. I have no idea. I feel like it's oil. So that's why I cough a lot, because it's like a very unsatisfying feeling in my throat. Oil gets stuck in your throat. Something gets stuck in my throat. I don't know what it is. Okay, so now the ads are being played. Is anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Do you have the ads? Wait, what the hell? What am I saying? If you can hear me, okay, so there are ads. God fucking damn it. I like spicy food, but too much salt is not for me. Yeah, I'm definitely not like a salt guy. I can hear you. Yeah, I know you can hear me, bro. That might be a health concern regarding dehydration. You know what? You might bring up a solid point. I am almost dehydrated like half the time. I've been trying to get healthier habits with my hydration and drinking water. So I know this is gonna sound so bad, but like on average, I'll drink maybe 1 to 2 water bottles a day. I might even be lucky to just drink one. Like 17 ounces of water, and that's kind of bad. I just forget to drink water sometimes. So I ended up getting like this giant water bottle that has like how much you're supposed to be drinking a day to kind of help me with that. Every half an hour, take a break from your computer, stretch, drink water, and do a small workout. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I should probably do that. I do like stretch. I'll walk around. I'll pace around, definitely. But drink water, sometimes I forget that. I'll drink like 4 liters a day or 2 sips a day and on in between. I really should be doing that. I just don't. I forget. Or if you like me, completely forget about that and just get a gaming sofa so you can lay on. Should definitely get used to 30 minutes of just like walking around and some stuff. I can send this shit in Discord too. I swear to God, I'm not joking. You actually have a gaming sofa? What kind of features does a gaming sofa have? See, the only times like I drink water is like when I'm eating something salty, because then like I have like the sudden urge to actually go get water. Excuse me. Yep, there it is again. It's like mucus in my throat or something. It feels like it's oil or like something sticky. Not sticky, slimy. It's just like in my throat. And I have to like constantly clear my throat. And it's only when I eat. I don't know what it could be. Hola, ¿cómo estás? How you doing, Magic? Alright, I think we're back from the ads now. Welcome back from the ads. I have no idea why I was playing the ads. I'm so sorry. Sometimes when I start stream, I'll play the ads, and then it'll be like, we're now playing ads. And then I wait till 3 minutes, and then we go a little bit forward to the stream, and then, want to play ads again? Bien, gracias. Sí. Español, no bueno. Hablo English with me.
Fortunately, though, our next stop is the exact opposite.
I get that weird thing in my throat when I eat fatty food, like too much cheese. Nintendo. I translate.
When I like to feel like a criminal in Japan, I head to Gusto, Japan's largest family restaurant chain, where its bottomless drink bar featuring tea, coffee and soft drinks costs a ridiculous 250 yen. It practically feels like daylight robbery. There's scarcely a town in Japan that hasn't got one, with 1,300 stores nationwide. And with many open 24 hours a day, it's
Oh, that's a gaming chair. Interesting. Wait, it's just, it's 2 chairs? No, sorry, it's 2 chairs, a stool, and a beanbag. I love that. That's a sick setup. That's dope. I love that. That's sick.
Get a seat and an all-you-can-drink drink.
That's funny.
Just 990 yen. Deal.
Having placed our order via touchscreen because speaking to humans is so 2012, a robotic cat on wheels rolls over to our table.
3 chairs are still holding me with them all their might. I love that. I love that.
Has finally arrived, and it's never looked so goddamn delicious.
Fun fact,
Now that seats for royalty right there.
It was romantic. We bonded over reasonably priced French fries and Harry Potter. And while that love affair didn't really work out, because it turns out she was in Slytherin, scum. My love affair with Gusto blossomed.
Ooh, that actually looks so good. Holy crap.
Cheap. And dare I say it, not too bad. Look at this. This is a well-balanced meal. Definitely.
I love sodas. Sorry if you hear me.
Bacon and butter,
I'm gonna pause real quick. I've been told that I'm a loud gulper, so I'm sorry if you hear me gulping.
Star of the show, cheese in Hamburg, which
I love sodas from machines in the restaurant. Tastes so much better than just soda from bottle. That is true. It's like fresh.
Of oozing hot cheese. It is a bit like Mount Vesuvius. It's pretty fucking hot, but that's the job done.
Trying a little hard with the jokes. That's just Chris's humor. That's what makes him so lovable. What's up, local? How you doing, local?
That's a pretty good steal. But Japan has no shortage of family restaurants. Gusto is the most widely spread, with 1,300 stores across the country. But you find different people have their own favourite family restaurant. Mine is actually not Gusto, it's Royal Host, but it's a little bit pricier, right? With younger folks, Caesarea usually comes out on top because of its Italian aesthetics. And the food there is thoroughly delicious, if you have your taste buds surgically removed. I have to say, out of these 3 dishes, the spinach smothered in butter is probably my favourite. I haven't tried this soup though.
Spinach smothered in butter.
Something you find
Isn't that counter?
Let's give it a try.
Doesn't that counter each other out? It's something healthy and something super unhealthy.
You don't need to worry about the soup at Gusto. We'll put that over there.
Feeling pretty happy and silly? Let's go.
That's yours.
Do I have a favorite restaurant?
Let's face it, there's not many places in the world you can stuff your face on butter spinach.
It is really charming in this. What's up, Grozen? Favorite restaurant?
This 991 yen offer is an absolute steal.
Not really.
Considering
I'm the kind of guy where food is food. I won't really complain too much.
Challenge accepted. For all those
Like,
reasons,
yeah,
Gusto
just food is food.
makes
But I
food.
will say, at this current point in
All
time,
this money I've saved going out to cheap
there's a
restaurants.
burger
What could I do
place,
with it all? I
a
could
burger
invest
franchise that I
in my
really
future,
like,
maybe even start a
called
charity.
Burger Den.
Or you could take your favorite editor out.
Really, really good food. Really good burgers.
At a high-end restaurant, alone. And what better way to book that restaurant than with today's sponsor, Tabelog. Hey, with over 860,000 restaurants and 65 million user reviews, Tabelog has become the gold standard for discovering the best restaurants in the country. Now, thankfully, it's easy to use in English. But most importantly, what makes Tabelog so damn popular
Oh my god, hold on.
iconic rating system, where the scores aren't simple averages, but are calculated.
My dog says food is food too and eats the same meal every day. What's the difference between us and animals if we're not a little complex? I don't complain too much when it comes to food. Like, I have preferences of food. Like, I don't like vegetable, I don't like certain things. But if I have to eat it to survive, then I'll do it. I eat to survive. I don't survive to eat.
Searching for a restaurant using the website. You can search for restaurants using the Near Me function based on location or by type of food. Enter the time, date, number of people, and you'll get a list of restaurants. Be sure to check their scores and see what people have to say in their reviews. And of course, have a look
I'd
at
rather
the
die
mouthful
than
of
to eat
catalogue
bad
and
food.
photos, so you too can decide the best restaurant to treat yourself. And of course, your beloved tea. Who wants a luxurious chicken dinner?
I do.
I bought you leftovers.
Not again.
I spoil my dog. Like, yeah, my dog has kibble that I'll eat, but he knows that I'll give him food. Like, whenever I'm eating something, I make sure to always give him some of the food I'm eating as well. No. I feel like dogs should be able to have more than just kibble every day.
Seemingly ridiculously low prices. It was founded
In life, there are only so many joys I have, and food is a big part of it. Hey, that's completely fair. For me, food's just food. I'll eat what I gotta eat.
Was in fact not enough deep-fried prawns. Back then, tempura was seen as something of a luxury treat reserved for fine dining and multi-course kaiseki dinners. But after observing the automated nature of conveyor belt sushi, he conjured up a conveyor belt frying system that reduced the need for chefs and allowed high-quality tempura to be cranked out faster than you can say hello cholesterol. Soon, crowds were lining up for the now legendary 500 yen tempura bowl. And these days, while the
Not really a
cheapest
fan of
bowl takes
tempura.
like 620 yen, that's still an insanely low price. For something that was
My dog doesn't think
considered
food is
a
food,
luxury
and she's happy
food.
she will not
The
eat it.
question is,
Yesterday she ate
how
nothing.
good
I
is it
didn't
really?
notice this morning because her food was not smashed like she wanted. Oh, interesting. Interesting dog there.
That was 90 seconds. How is this less than 1,000 yen? This is ridiculous. It's so much.
1,000 yen, so that's what?
Look at that.
$9, $8, $8.50.
Cold soba noodles. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 pieces of tempura. We've got soup, pickles, radish.
See, that doesn't look like that would fill me up. It seems kind of
sauce there,
bland.
noodles
Like, is
there,
that very
with the
colorful?
sardine onion. How is this under a
But I've never
1,000?
had soba noodles, so I can't really say.
I will admit the restaurant's done something rather foolish. On the back of the English menu, they've basically written a blueprint for how to set up your own tempura restaurant and make lots of money. They've written here. the
Always and
auto
every you
fry,
imagine
best
that you're
of
eating a
Western
cake. A
bread,
cake is
the
supposed to be an
secret
occasion, a
cheap,
treat, a
quick, and
reward,
delicious
not something
tempura
you eat just
bowls.
cause.
And it's basically a unit that fries the tempura.
I
for
eat
you.
'cause I
The
eat.
chef will do it manually. Meanwhile,
If
they
she
told
is
you
not happy
the
with it,
recipe
she won't
itself.
eat it.
The
That's what I
secret
meant.
ingredient
Oh,
is all
oh,
extra.
gotcha.
Don't tell everyone the secret ingredient, for God's sake. Anyway, just the sheer bang for your buck here. This might be the greatest value yet we've seen so far. Let's give it a whirl. So first things first, wasabi and onion in the noodle sauce. A bit of cheeky mix.
Noodle sauce. Oh, okay,
You
okay.
can't go wrong with soba noodles. I don't think I've ever had bad soba noodles in my life.
That makes sense. So they have a sauce for the noodles.
In Japan.
Okay.
So,
I thought that was
always
tea or something. I didn't realize it was sauce.
very good. Nice, beautiful, chewy texture.
Okay, I can get behind
This
this
is the
meal.
bit we're excited about. Look at that. The proof is in the pudding. It's time for tempura. Let's see if it's good.
Okay, Crimson.
Really good. Bloody hell. Very light batter. Crispy, salty,
What is tempura?
very light.
Mmm,
And not oily or greasy. I often say in videos when I go to tempura restaurants that
deep fried.
cheap tempura
like
has
deep
sort of
fried
oily
stuff,
texture
basically?
to
That's
it,
what tempura
right?
is?
High-end tempura restaurants use cottonseed oil, whereas here they're using just some sort of generic vegetable oil. But this is very, very good. I've
Yeah,
had cheese
it's
tempura
basically
before.
lightly battered,
not good.
deep fried, and it's usually
I don't know
vegetables
how
or
they've done it.
seafood.
Well, we do know how they've done it. The auto fryer, 6,000.
Tell us a joke,
Here
my
we go,
life.
way on the back of the menu. This is bloody good. One thing worth saying is the demographic in here tends to be a bit older, right?
It feels as
That's
if
because, A,
I feel as
the
if a
drink bar here
man's
is big.
psychology, their value, their
On
understandings,
the
their way of
menu,
life,
there's a lot
everything
of
about them can be
mature
seen
options. For example,
on their
this
meal
set,
table and how they
the
eat it.
soba kind of tempura set. It had like a
Yeah,
red
you're
with
so
sake in
right.
it, and it was a cup of nihonshu, like sake, which is quite rare at a sort of fast food restaurant, right? So you can tell they're definitely aiming this towards an older, more mature crowd, which of course.
The life of a tree is
exactly
truly a
the
joke,
demographic that
indeed.
I'm in. Suck it off. Got cut there, cut there.
Tendon Tenya's tempura speedrun has genuinely blown me away. The portion size is absurd, the taste is a joy, and the entire experience lasted less than 5 minutes, which is either deeply efficient or slightly terrifying. And now that I've finally mastered the art of slurping,
How long do you guys usually take to
without
eat food?
sounding like a broken Dyson, it's time to put those skills.
Not
to
even
the
deny
test
anymore?
on our next
Well, I didn't say it was
Rapid
tree.
Identification.
You know.
No hit list of reasonably priced Japanese restaurants.
That looks good.
Without a ramen chain.
Yeah, I
We've
eat that.
certainly got a few
Oh.
to choose from. At this point, many would go for Ichiran, the ramen chain serving up tonkotsu pork broth ramen for introverts, Instagrammers, and people who think eating in isolation is somehow a spiritual act. But let's not pretend it's the best, because there's a ramen
I got
shop
myself
out
some
there that
grapes,
isn't
gotta eat
hiding
healthy,
behind a
you know?
cubicle. A ramen shop that doesn't make you fill out a flavor questionnaire like you're applying for a bank loan. That place is Ippudo. Ippudo was founded in Fukuoka in 1985.
I eat
by
food very
Ken
quickly,
Koha,
honestly.
A man who many refer to.
I feel like I eat quite fast, but I often feel bad about it.
Successfully won the
If I eat with
World
other
Ramen
people.
Championship 3 times in a row. Worrying about
Honestly,
the future
same.
of the ramen industry and its association with being a greasy.
I went out with some friends. We went to get some ramen.
By men who consider
And like, they like to talk and eat. I don't mind talking eating.
One Windhall, which sounds admittedly like
But
booty Yoki
I ate so
food.
fast, and they were like still eating like 10-20 minutes after I
Clearly, it's
finished.
paid off. Today, Ippudo has over 200 branches worldwide. One of the few Japanese chains to truly enjoy some overseas success. Their signature dish is the creamy.
Have you ever tried tonkatsu? Of course I have, bro. What?
Which is
I
simmered
love
for hours
tonkatsu.
until it turns into a milky, umami-rich potion of glory. With 3 main
It's so
flavors
good,
to
man.
enjoy. Shiromaru Classic, a traditional clean porky taste. Akamaru Modern, a bold, garlicky, spicy miso-infused flavor. And Karaka Spicy, a flavor that practically feels like a
Look at that
slap in the
chasu,
face.
dude.
And today
Oh.
I'm sticking with the OG, the Shiromaru Classic.
I love the
No
chasu in
hero
ramen.
Customization nonsense here. I'm leaving the flavors firmly in the hands of the
No,
master.
don't-
Because if you can't trust the ramen king,
Don't judge me if I
who
try
can
to
you
make
trust
it.
in
Hey,
the
man, learn the culture, learn the food. Making food is fun.
Yes. Always
Make
start
some
with the
banger ass
broth.
tonkatsu,
In
bro.
this
Give me
case,
some.
Tonkatsu Hakata style. pork
I don't know
broth.
when I would need to put the bowl down. I don't know whether
Oh,
the
so
bites I'm
good,
taking
so
would be
creamy.
my
So
last.
dust.
I cherish all the
Comes with
food
a
I get. Fair enough.
And braised pork. And the iconic Hakata style.
That's why I try to eat my best.
thin
I think
noodles.
that's an insecurity more than anything. I
Gotta
hate
admit,
feeling
tonkatsu
like I
ramen
eat faster
is an
and
art
or more
form unto
people,
itself, right?
the people
No
I'm
matter
eating
where
with.
in the country, Ippudo deliver
Maybe.
the
It
most
hasn't really crossed my
consistent
mind, like,
ramen you can find.
I
used
feel
to eat
like
this a lot when I was up in Sendai, actually.
insecure about myself when I eat too fast or something.
He was like, did you know?
I learned to eat fast because I used to be a slow eater, but then school you only had so much time for like lunch. So I just ate like really fast so that I would have more time to hang out with my friends.
Whereas here, they're the only people who aren't Japanese. Oh, some good slurping. It is, of course, a messy affair, so thank God I've got this bib to keep my wonderful jumper, my nice black jumper, not covered in pieces of pork and noodles.
What the?
I'm not being funny,
The
they've got,
size of
like,
your wiener isn't
entire
compared to how
platoons.
fast you eat, my guy, and you could take all the time you
Two,
need.
three,
Slow.
I counted 7 members of staff, right? And
That's
there's only, like,
funny.
10 customers right now.
I gotta go fast, bro.
There's so many. Clearly, they're all doing something. Maybe that's why the broth tastes so good. It is an unusual amount of people, not gonna lie. It's not like Ichiran where you can't see them. The staff should be heard, not seen. Here at Ippudo, they're everywhere, everything, all at once. It really is the Apple store of ramen.
Before I get talked into signing up for ramen care that I don't need, it's time to leave
Ramen
for our
care.
final bargain restaurant on the hit list. And while Ippudo's taste and portion size are going to be hard to beat, our next location offers.
I think
up
it's also
food
'cause I'm a
for
bigger
just
girly, so I feel
about
awkward
any
about
other
those things.
restaurant in the nation.
You want? Welcome, man. Enjoy your food, Pumpkin. Eat the way you want to eat. You know what I mean?
Fast food is a hearty gyudon beef bowl. And while there are 3 big chains to pick between, including Sukiya,
Shouldn't care what others think about you.
Matsuya, famed for being the cheapest, the most stylish of them all, and the best all-rounder.
Eat as fast as you want. Honestly, that's just
which
me.
has by far the coolest logo. Look at that bad boy. Whoa. Founded all the way back in 18.
You and I, if we ate together, we would have an eating competition. Who can eat faster?
Yoshinoya originally served up quick filling meals to hungry market workers who had no time to sit down for a leisurely meal. The name Yoshinoya comes from the founder's hometown, Yoshino, in Osaka Prefecture. But today in Tokyo alone, there are
I'd for
200
sure
branches,
win.
and
Is that a
they
challenge,
serve
Ken?
customers in
Is that a
60
challenge?
seconds or less.
Yeah, nothing
So
wrong
if
having
you
a
find
big
out
wiener,
that's the
man.
case, Yoshinoya's
What?
figures, you're supposed to get
Nah,
30
I'd win.
seconds, and this took
Genuinely, out of all of us, who do you think would eat the fastest? I feel like I could actually beat you guys at eating fast. Genuinely. I would get full really fast, but I generally feel like I could eat faster than all of you guys.
Soup, a rather
Bro, I'll be eating without chewing sometimes. Deep throats in.
exciting bit. A rather large bowl of gyudon
Doug, sorry, done with your food? No, I'm done.
with 1 to 2 kinds of cheese.
I was really just eating grape.
Some Sukiya's favours because they have a 3 kind of cheese beef.
I
bowl.
can inhale
Big in
food
style.
if I have to.
Magical. Meanwhile, Matsuya are known for having the cheapest. beef
Damn, you got that
However, I
speed.
find Matsuya's
But
cheese
inhaling a
is
wiener,
pale
I've tried doing that. I tried inhaling a hot
nice braised
a hot
cheese,
dog.
right? I don't think I've ever seen
Was not
Sukiya's
fun.
beef because it's always
It was
dripping
not
with
fun at
kinds of
all.
cheese. This looks like 2 kinds of cheese. Nobody quite knows how many kinds of cheese.
I can inhale water. Okay, water is something I can't inhale.
Look at that. Thinly sliced.
What the fuck?
style beef.
Who can't only give you like 5 minutes to get your food and eat it? Okay, that is true. Chavi does got some training, but that was like a while ago though, you know?
Simple as best, right?
Context. Alright, so the context, by the way, that food looks fucking good. What he's eating right now.
Ridiculous low prices of Matsuya. What they do have is a nice sort of broth.
That is the
marinated
context.
in, and that goes on with the rice.
Context was like,
Gyudon isn't just a pile of
back in
rice,
high
it's a
school,
slap.
me and my friends were watching like people eating like hot dogs, like a hot dog contest. So one day we decided to bring a bunch of hot dogs to see who can eat it the fastest. And so like, I fucking inhaled it and I went, and then I really coughed out the entire thing. I can easily down a water bottle in like 3 to 5 seconds. Water is something I can't inhale or like drink that fast.
Sugar, soy sauce, mirin cooking sake, and
That's a deep throat skill that I have yet to learn.
just gives it the most tantalizing.
You probably would have died there, not gonna lie. Yeah, I could have, honestly.
And dare I say, rather soupy.
It's like that one
When you
meme
warm
slash
up,
video.
You choose just how soupy.
I know what video you're talking about.
I'll never forget on the cyclothon last year though. Connor and I were absolutely.
I can't do liquids unless it's cold tea, maybe. Yeah, liquid's not for me. Price on ice cream. Dude, I got sensitive teeth. I bite ice cream, I die inside. I cannot with ice cream. Too cold, way too cold. I've never had a brain freeze though, I'll tell you that much. Never had a brain. I don't know.
But maybe don't cycle.
I've never understood brain freeze because like I'll eat something cold really quickly. It doesn't freeze my brain. It just makes my throat really cold.
In Japan, each under 1,000 yen, and not a single regret. Unless you count the robot cat's judgmental stare at Gus.
Inhaling food is just an expression, like when you eat fast, not actually inhaling it. Nah, I'm gonna inhale my food like Kirby.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want even more incredible budget dining options, 12 of them in fact, none of which we've covered today, then check out my previous video, How Expensive is Japanese Food Really? Exploring more tantalizing options, but without the 1,000 yen limitation.
I could deep throat a code pretty good. Yo, someone screenshot that, please.
See you next time. As for me, well, I'm gonna get to work on my next.
This guy, I could deep throat a code pretty good. Okay, it was this video that I was watching. I was about 25 minutes in, so I can restart it. All right, so we're moving on to the aisle. Again, after this video, I might play some aisle, honestly, with some of the homies if they got the game. Oh. Now I have hiccups. I swear to God, not having a gag reflex is really good for fast eating. Very true, very true. I got a different code for you. That's crazy. I had a piece of chocolate today and my teeth hurt so much after. Ooh. I have. It's like an Asian guy, right? And he tries to like, how many bites can I eat this? And there's usually someone always in the background, like watching him. And like judging him. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't see him on TikTok because I don't use TikTok, but I've seen it on YouTube. What game are y'all playing? Well, tomorrow's Epoch, so we're gonna be playing Epoch, obviously. But the Isle, I forgot that I owned the game, and I didn't have any friends who owned the game. But apparently, Lord owns the game, so I saw this video, and this video looked pretty interesting. It might make me play the Isle. And then Stallcraft, I was watching a video on Stallcraft. It's like that fucking Minecraft looking ass game. Apparently, it's really fun when you get to like mid game, end game, like when you're playing with a squad and you're trying to survive. So I'm gonna take a look at that too later.
The Isle is the worst game in early access, and I can prove it. So, yeah.
Game is game.
Kind of lost my mind making this video. Oops. The Isle is the worst game in early access, and you don't really get that title for being simply a bad game or a glorified asset flip, because let me be clear, The Isle is one of the most creative and inspiring games that I've ever played, developed by some of the most talented people in the games industry. It's also the worst thing to ever come out of the Steam's Greenlight
Okay, I got you.
and the worst thing that's ever happened to me personally. If you are 20 years old, sad, and some gamer girl on Discord asks you
Video
to play
says
a
worst
game
game.
with
I know,
her, it's
but
a
like,
trap. Don't do it. No, stop. No, she's going to ruin your life.
we have to watch this video to understand.
And 1,000 hours later, and I am here with a warning. Do not play The Isle. In today's video, I want to take a look at The Isle as a game, its different builds that led us to where we are now, some of its controversies, and take a quick glance at the evil mastermind behind all of this. The Isle is the worst game in early access, and I can prove it.
This guy says, don't buy it. I'll buy it. This is a banger ass intro. I fuck with this guy's intro. What's up, Isabella? Okay, Zenny. Oh my god, it's Ankylosaurus. I love that dinosaur. Or actually, that might not be an Anky.
If it wasn't already obvious, yes, The Isle is a game about dinosaurs, but it's so much more than that, especially when the game dropped on early access back in 2015.
That's a Porcupinosaurian.
See, 2015 was a pretty good year for dinosaur games. There's the Hunter Primal, a game you can't even buy anymore because Lost Media is the game industry's bread and butter. Primal Carnage Extinction, a dinosaur versus humans PvP game that sadly appears to be dead. Lego Jurassic World, a game clearly made with adult gigachads like myself in mind. And Ark Survival Evolved, a small
this one. I fucking love this game.
Didn't really sell very well, so it's probably not going to get a sequel. Wait, is that Vin Diesel? What you'll notice quickly about nearly all dinosaur games at the time is humans. In some form, whether it be big or small, humans were at the forefront of all dinosaur games for the time. Enter The Isle, a game that dared to ask the question, what if our development cycle took so long that humans never got added? What would a game like that be like? I'm going to give you all a brief rundown of The Isle before we jump into the this game sucks part of the video, because like I said before, The Isle is pretty good at what it's trying to do.
Alright, so who's buying the game?
Emphasis on trying. Allowing players to play as dinosaurs was pretty new back in the days of 2015 and the years that followed. But playing as a dinosaur wasn't what made The Isle so special. The Isle is a
this game just looks like a rip-off Path of Titans. No, it's funny, trying to rip Path of the Titans is actually a rip-off of The Isle. It's the other way around.
That's it. Best of luck, you stupid worm! The gameplay loop of the Isle is simple. You traverse around a large map.
This game came out before Path of
resources,
Titans, I'm pretty
eating,
sure.
Drinking, trying not to die, with every other living thing out there being another player with intentions you can't comprehend. No. Really? You can't even ask them. There is no text chat. I mean, there is, but you can only talk to other dinosaurs of your own species. This is where the Isle's unique system of communication comes into play, called calls.
Must be bad if you got outshined by Ripoff. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this game is much more popular than Path of Titans. Like, I see this game on like Twitch's front page quite a lot.
Allowing other players to hear you from across the map and potentially allowing them to locate
I don't even think Path of Titans on Steam.
With the main drawback being that if they don't get to you fast, something else just might. Pressing 2 initiates a friendly call. This will be your main means of informing other players that you're just a cute little guy with good intentions, and you can also use it as a means of creating herds. This is the Isle's version of groups. 3 is your threaten call. If someone is getting a tad too close and you don't like it, this is how you let them know that you're ready to
I mean, to be fair, does that happen a lot with a lot of ripoff games? It's like Fortnite and then PUBG, fucking League, and then Dota.
You see a threat, it's kind
I know
of
someone's addicted to this game.
stand still to type
Yeah,
out
I did see someone
something
played a
is
lot
eating your
recently.
butthole. Instead, you just press 4, and everyone will know that you either need help or that you've spotted a threat. Or, you know, maybe they'll just let you die because, I mean, hey, that's your problem, buddy. Everyone else is too busy eating that yummy grass. Nom, nom. Oh God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
But all he does is mouth on this creatures as a
One of
die.
the biggest challenges
The
was
fucking
obtaining
Roblox
food.
game?
And for herbivores like this little guy, it's not really that much of a challenge. The real challenge is that for some players, if you want to eat, you're going to have to kill for it.
I love dinosaurs.
Now this is where the Isle gets interesting. For half the player base, the game is about eating plants and heading to migration zones. What's a migration zone? No, but you aren't just
People has
playing
proven that a game
dinosaur
doesn't
constantly
have to be
hunting for
extremely
food.
complex on the
You
surface. An
are
autism-filled
the
robot
Enter
creature from the funny. That is true.
Carnivores. Carnivore players spawn as babies as well.
There's a lot of games like
scavenging
Repo
what they
though.
can to survive and sustaining themselves off of the
Like so many games
available
like it.
NPC wildlife around the map. But you don't stay small forever. Eventually, you're gonna get bigger, and so does your stomach. From here, your mission is simple. Kill. I mean, sure, playing a herbivore sounds nice, but remember that you aren't just a player in a video game. You're a key element to the gameplay loop. You are a valuable resource that only becomes available to other players when your fun is over. You aren't just in a field eating some yummy plants. You're in a field eating some plants looking over your shoulder every 10 seconds. And the game knows that's what you're doing because they updated the game to make it that whilst you are eating, the camera locks itself to a 90-degree angle view of
I don't know if I can get
what's in front of you.
past
You
like the
cannot
first
turn the camera
couple of
around
hours
to
just
see what's behind
walking
you.
around
When
and
you're filling
eating.
your hunger
That sounds
bar,
kind of boring.
you are now
But I get like
vulnerable
once it
to
hits
filling
nighttime, it
up
gets all fun and
someone
crazy.
else's. Oh shit, I died. Okay, well that's fine. I'll just respawn and oh, I'm a baby again. Wait, did I just lose 4 hours of my life growing a dinosaur? Holy shit. This right here, okay? This right here is what makes encounters so fun, so stressful, and so frustrating. And I love it. You aren't just fighting for your life when you're under attack. You're panicking about losing the last 5 hours of hard work that you put into the game. You fuck up a single tail swing, headbutt, or kick, and it's over. And same goes for carnivores. If they fail to hunt,
The
they're
fuck, did he
going to
puke?
go hungry, and they're going to die of starvation. They might even be dying of hunger
just died.
whilst they are fighting you. This is what makes the game so tense. You're not attacking another player because you want to. You're doing it because if you don't, you're going to die. Kill or be killed. Well, you know, that's fine. As a herbivore, I'll just keep an eye out and not let anything get the jump on me. Yeah, about that. Nighttime. You cannot see the threat coming anymore. The nighttime
Derek.
lasts as long as the day does. This
Derek,
nightmare right here
I forget what these dinosaurs are called.
The game.
They're not Triceratops.
I love it. Now you'll recall that
This
I
reminds me of
called the
Deep
Isle
Woken.
a
Having one
survival
mistaken the death by a
horror
silly
game.
incident or
Playing
something you
an
didn't
eat
account
dirt
for could
simulator
cause
is
you to
all
die and
fine
lose a character
dandy,
you had a
but
personal
where's the
attachment
horror
to.
in my survival
Yeah, I
horror
guess it's
game?
kind of the
You've got
same.
such a good
I
memory.
didn't really
I'm
like
proud
Deep
of your
Woken too
ability to
much.
remember
I didn't
things
like the
said
combat
2
of Deep
minutes ago.
Woken.
The horror aspect of the Isle kicks in at nighttime. As a herbivore, you can see on average with night vision on around 10 to 20 meters in front of you. Carnivores with the correct dietary requirements, however, can see 20 to 40 meters.
It's an acquired taste. I tried playing with their homies. It wasn't for me.
Sitting on the edge point of their night vision range, they know for a fact that you can't see them. During the day is when you as a herbivore gain your value.
For like 2 years and have
Nighttime is
Godseeker and have done like
where
everything.
carnivores come to collect. There
It's
is
definitely not a
nothing
beginner-friendly
scarier
game.
than hearing a carnivore that you
Kinda just throws you in
cannot
there and says,
see,
"Fuck you."
but can hear chatting to all of his buddies on how they're going to rip you to pieces. All you can do is wait for the biggest fight of your life. Literally. At last, it's daytime. Oh, hey, there's some yummy meat over there. Maybe I'll grab a bite and grab some of that water as well after the horrors of the night. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention
Not so
that
bad.
no water source is safe and can be an instant game over? As both a herbivore and a carnivore, one of the most important resources you'll need
I love
in order to
Sarcos.
survive is water. And water is the most dangerous resource to obtain. There's plenty of the stuff. In fact, it's everywhere.
I love how
Go
circles
on,
are just
have a drink.
dinosaur alligators,
Don't be shy.
but like bigger.
Deinosuchus or Deinosuchus? Oh, I can't wait for those Isle players to be angry at me about that. You know the ones that probably got triggered because I used the stego sound effects on the Ankylosaurus before. Oh god, did I even say that name right? Oh, I'm sure I'll find out in the comments. Deinosuchus is the core to half
Oh,
of the
that's not
nightmares
Sarko. Never
this
mind.
game's going to give you, and also acts as a vital
So we ganging
element
up on
to
some
how
rappers,
players
man,
bump
as
into each
herbivores?
other organically.
Maybe,
Every
but what is this
single
game?
stream and
The
river
Isles.
is infested with an
Oh, hello there. I'm here to ask you about your car's extended warranty.
type threat that you cannot see. Drinking water becomes a game of luck. A scary, stressful game of luck.
Who's
However,
yapping?
there are some
It's a
spots on
video
the map
about
that are safe
them
to drink at.
explaining
This is because either the water
the good
is
stuff
too
and the bad
shallow
stuff
for a
about
gator to hide,
the
or it's
game.
too far
Zenny
inland
is
for
the
them to be
YouTuber.
able to access it without
content.
getting
I like his
themselves
content.
killed in the process.
Hi, Sion.
With the biggest problem being that every experienced player knows where is safe to drink, including carnivores. Do you risk drinking at this river in the middle of nowhere where a gator might kill you instantly and you lose everything? Or do you go to where you know a Sucus won't be, but other players might be waiting for you? Herbivores can never catch a fucking
I'm doing
break
good,
in this
Sion. How are you
game,
doing?
And it's what makes this game so scary. It's very, very thrilling and I love it. Interactions are always tense.
that a
The
crab?
night is scary, the day is stressful, and there is nothing
Did crabs exist
more
back then?
nerving
The fuck?
than watching your hunger bar go up, your water go down, and hearing a raptor in the distance. It's just, oh man. This is the Isle, and I love it. Oh,
Good
that was
decorating?
nice, wasn't
Ooh,
it?
which
I hope that
decorating?
my fellow Isle players enjoyed the video. You can go now. Goodbye.
Bye. Nah, this is where he starts like, I'd bang crap or human. There's no humans in this game. It's just dinosaurs.
Sweet. The Isle is the worst gaming experience I have ever
I love
had,
his editing,
and
it's so
now I'm going
good.
to make it your problem. Starting with
The map.
Isla Spiro. 5 years ago, the
Ooh.
Isle development team dropped
That sounds like
Hope,
fun.
an inspiring trailer that
See 'em.
detailed the future of the Isle. A complete rework of the game from the ground up. Better mechanics, cooler graphics, and a brand new map. This is the Evrima branch. There are two versions of the Isle that you get when you buy the game. The Legacy branch of the game, which has been abandoned, and the Evrima branch, which is currently in development. For the sake of this video, I won't be talking too much about Legacy outside of discussing discussing development details here and there. So if you are interested in knowing more about Legacy, go check out Soviet Womble's video on the topic. For now though, let's stay focused on Evrima. Isla Spiro was the new map introduced when the Evrima branch went live, and at the time it was a breath of fresh air to see
Soviet
a map with
Womble.
such
Soviet Womble
vibrant
makes some of the best
colours,
videos, man.
warm lighting, and
I
everything
love
was
his editing
looking
too.
up. I mean, sure, there were only 2 to 3 playable
He's
dinosaurs
everything.
at the time, but this was the start of a new journey for the development team. Isla Spiro went through many changes over the years, some of them good and some of them terrible. But Isla Spiro generally kept most of the large brush strokes around its map design, even throughout all of its changes.
I love all
And
his
it
armor
is
videos. I
a
love his
very
CS videos.
intelligently
Those are funny.
designed map. I want to talk about the things that I love about this map, specifically because it illustrates just how much this development team is against the concept of fun. And I don't mean that to be mean. It's clear that the changes that came to the map were either tough choices or were the demands of one person who was frustrated at how players were enjoying the game. More on that later. Isla Spiro 3 is by far one of the most intelligently designed maps the Isle
An armor game?
or any
Nah,
game
I-
has ever had, and I will
Not
die
really. I
on
don't really like
that.
armor too much.
A lot of players don't like Isla Spiro because of everything being the same biome. Trees, grass, more trees, and that's completely understandable. However, the way this map was designed was very clever, whether that was intentional or not. Isla Spiro has 2 things going for it: discoverability and organic player junctions. Let's start with
I have to be like
discoverability.
really in
Isla
the mood
Spiro
for that
is
kind
a
of stuff, you know what I
very
mean? Like
simple map.
Insurgency
You
is a
have
pretty
4
good one. I
large
kind of like that one a
waterways,
little
a
bit.
swamp, the central open
But I gotta be in the
plains,
mood for it.
and large canopies of trees encircling the waterways around central plains, sprawling out to the coastlines, with a few medium-sized pockets of open grass space scattered around
Skibbity.
here and there. With each waterway correlating to 2 general directions on a compass, it made it much easier to always figure out where you were along that waterway once you'd looked around at some general visual indicators. For example, if you are standing here and you want to figure out where you are, you simply sniff and face north. There is a waterway to your right and the open central plains to your left. When you sniff, you can smell and sense that there is a waterway that bends to the left ahead of you. This would mean that you are either here.
Dude, I cannot imagine
here.
us trying to
Walking
figure out
100
where the
meters, you'll
fuck we
realize
are
that the river
and trying to
bed
meet
does
with
not
each other.
split. So now
Because
you've
our
confirmed
sense,
that
my
you
sense of
are
direction in
here.
particular,
As long as you know
dog
the map
shit.
vaguely, for this playthrough, you will
I'd be so
never
lost.
ever
Go-
again.
the
And
river.
remember,
The river
there
that
is
has the
no
bend.
button you can
Wah!
press to pull
Every
up a
river
map.
has bends.
You have to learn this shit. And it's good that the map was designed to be learned
Because I'm getting
quickly,
Rito
whether that
on
be
board
from
when he goes on
landmarks,
sale.
the small
Ah, no
amount
cussing,
of
guys. I'm gonna call my
waterways,
mom.
or
Oh, I
just the
apologize.
simple geography of
What the
everything
frick?
around you. With there only being 4 waterways, you can identify which one you're at and in turn find out where you are when you spawn. This not only made the map much easier to learn, but also made your early hours for every playthrough less confusing. You know where you are, so now you know where you want to go. Discoverability and memorability all in one. And this is where the organic player junctions come into play. Some places on the map are just cooler than others.
Can we be flying dinosaurs? I'd rather be a pterodactyl flying around all the time. That feels like that feels fun.
But let's talk about the
Hey man, I'm here.
waterways.
Giving me
As we
actual
discussed
coordinates.
before, Dinosuchus makes the waterways dangerous.
I don't have
There
a compass,
really
I'm a
are only
dinosaur.
4 waterways for them to hide in. Sure, the waterways are long and those Dinosuchus could be anywhere along them, but you don't know the specifics of that, leading many players to want to play it safe. This naturally incentivizes players to look for safer locations to cross the waterways. This is an organic player junction. In making a single playable dinosaur a threat, it incentivizes players to bump into each other at these safe spots. The most
Imagine dying to
common
that
one
thing.
of this
That'd be
version of
so
Spiro
rage-inducing.
was called Shallows, located here. A stretch of water too shallow for crocs to hide in, making it not only a safe crossing strip, but also making it a safe location to obtain water, a resource that all players are in need of all the time. Meaning this location was always populated with at least 2 to 3 players at any given time. And the map is full of fun little locations that cater to player interactability just like this. They're everywhere. One location everyone loved was just called South.
$20
And this
is
where a lot
$20,
of
so not
players made
bad.
some of the best
Yeah,
memories in
it just
the Isle,
it
or at
hasn't been
least I
updated
sure
in a
did. It
long
was a
time from what I've
waterfall
seen.
full
If
of
you
fish
literally
for
go to the Steam
carnivores
page, it
next to
says
an
right
open
there the game
field
has been
full of
updated for like
plants
3 years.
herbivores, with a waterway
Or something something like that.
that most players could jump over it, avoiding death. And in many instances, some players treated South as a safe zone, a place to look at other dinosaurs and just be a silly little guy without the risk
That
of
dinosaur's
something
really
munching
pretty.
on your bottom. Isla Spiro was full of fun little landmarks, and it was these organic player junctions that instigated a lot of what makes the Isle so fun. Hunts, fights, social gatherings, tag, you name it, and these locations were the epicenter of those interactions. Isla Spiro, whilst being very samey with its visuals, was a map designed to be discovered and explored. 4 out of the game's 5 spawn locations were around the Central Plains, and there's a reason for that. In
Oh,
the
it's a Path to
Central
the game?
Plains,
True.
there is nowhere to hide for long.
But like
as the
Travis said, there is
bushes
another
were
game called
only
Path to the
safe
Titans,
as
and
long
that one
as
does get
nothing else
updated.
walked in them as well. It's
But I know this one's more popular, as far as I'm aware.
And that was intentional. If you were to say spawn here and you want to head to south, you can either play it safe and walk for an hour around the map
Walk
where
for
less
an
players will
hour.
see you in the tree
Walk
line,
for
or
an
you
hour
could
of
be where you
in-game
want to
time.
be in
That would
15
make
minutes
me
at
cry.
the cost of someone hungry spotting you crossing the vast open plains. Isla Spiro was a risk-reward heaven, designed from the ground up to be discovered, with landmarks designed to instigate player interactability, whether you were ready for it or not. And it was
Imagine a whole game session with the
amazing.
boys just walking.
And
Dude, for real.
then they completely destroyed it. I hope you enjoyed Zenny's joy-filled nostalgia trip down Life is Good Lane, because now it's time to get angry. Isla Spiro's 4th iteration ruined everything and is a spit in the face
like
of
a mood.
everything that made
All right,
this
boys,
map
we playing
so
today.
fun.
Time to
And
walk as
despite
dinosaurs,
hating what
lads.
happened, I'm not going to act like I don't understand why they did it. The developers had a means of tracking players on heat maps, and what they found they didn't like. Players were chilling,
I'm a
hunting,
leprechaun.
and fighting in the open plains consistently. And
Like,
any
what if we all
landmarks
walk in to meet up
distinct
and one of
enough
us
to catch
die?
players' attention were becoming massive
Legendary
hotspots.
story.
Players were only utilizing a third of the map, and Deinosuchus were hugging the waterway along center because that's where the meat was. They had designed this large map but didn't fill it with enough interesting stuff for players to chill at, and it was making everyone clump together. Well, that's alright, they added some more landmarks in places they wanted players to be, and that fixed everything, right? Right? No! The Shallows, too many players and too safe, gone. South, too many players hanging out together, destroyed. I'm sorry, were you having fun detonating the nukes now? Why do you think I used pictures of South and Shallows? It's
I wanna
because
play a
they
sound, but I
aren't
have no
real
money.
anymore.
Don't worry, I'll
They
recreate the
drained
sound you wanna
water
play.
from Shallows, so now it's just a strip of dirt that looks like shit. And South went from a vibrant metropolis where all dinosaurs were welcome to a hermit hellscape for gators where even the birds aren't welcome. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah! And you want to know what's
I
insane?
need to do my homework.
These
CS, I'm
heat
failing
maps
in
weren't
math, so
even
have a good stream.
from
Thank you. Good luck, good luck.
3.
Have
These
fun
are
doing
from
homework.
Spiro 4 after they removed all the fun. So now we know removing landmarks does not stop players from clumping. New landmarks in other places makes players stop clumping. How do I know this? Because they added a new landmark called Oasis, a beautiful large pond in the southern region of the Central Plains, and you can see on the heat map that everyone loved it. So did they learn their lesson?
Oasis.
No, because they got rid of Oasis as well. It's a fucking mud pit now. They were so anti-Central Plains that they killed off all of its landmarks and added a massive new waterway, cutting it in half to make it less convenient to travel. I can't even get mad though, it looks so beautiful. And even after all of this, they kept adding more landmarks. They added a pointy rock to West Spawn, and the average Isle player
Just
turned
eat
it
the
into the
gators?
next big thing.
It's kinda hard to eat something that's, like, goes in the water and
Just add
hides.
some climbable shit around your map with a pond next to it, and the child in us makes the fun. If your first reflex to seeing players having fun in your game is to remove the elements making the game fun instead of adding to the fun, you're not making a game for players. You're making a game for you. And that's fine, I guess, but I'm not here to advocate for development vision. I'm here to discuss why this game I love keeps hurting me. But you wanna know what's insane?
He sounds like he
Wanna
really
know
likes the game.
What's fucking diabolical? After all of this, They deleted the map! You can't even play Isla Spiro anymore! The only reason I have footage of Isla Spiro 4 is because they've kept the map as its own
That was
branch
a
for the
wet
time
effing
being.
word.
But there's no players here. Instead, they're all playing on the new map, Gateway. And don't worry, we'll be getting to the Gateway real soon! But before Gateway came into reality, the development team figured out a way to finally get players to move around their map. And that diabolical idea is called... Holy shit. Migration is the joke answer to the question of how do we stop players from clumping. The developers
I
aren't
feel like
a bunch
migration
of
makes
idiots.
sense.
They did find ways to
That's what
move
dinosaurs-
players
well, that's
around
what
their
animals
map
do in
for
real
the
life.
briefest moment of time. The developers thought up the idea of diets, a way to encourage players to move around the map to find food. Food originally was just a means to stop yourself from starving. Diets, however, allowed players to grow faster if they ate the right kinds of food groups. Food groups were only located in specific
Just eat
parts
the
of the
gators.
map. You had 3 nutritions: S's, dots, and lines. If you had a shitty diet, you would grow slower. However, if you moved around the map, tracking down where all of the food groups are, you'd be rewarded with a faster growing dinosaur and better stats. And that is pretty cool. And then they fucked it up with migrations. Migration is the game's current means of keeping players moving around the map. And respectfully, it's a fucking joke that actively ruins core features of the Isle's late game. You used to be able to find all kinds of food that you would need around the map, with small trips here and there to get some extra if you felt like
Did you
stat
actually get the
max.
game, Bussy?
Migrations, however, killed it. Migrations made it that all of your dietary requirements, S's, dots, and
Oh, it
lines
actually does say
were
Abby
in
wants the game.
one
That's funny.
location. Pretty cool, right? No! You fool! Migration zones are consistently moving and will only have a specific amount of food, with hardly any regenerative food present as well. Meaning that if you are at one end of the map, in order
Yeah,
to
that's
grow your
crazy.
dinosaur without the bullshit that this game throws at you, you have to walk for 30 to 40 minutes on Gateway in order to get proper food, with the biggest drawback being that you don't know when the migration zone is going to swap to the other end of the map that you were just at. You can walk for an hour looking for the smallest slither of food you need, only for it to swap to a different location, resulting in another 30 minutes of wasted time. If it takes up to the refund timer of
Just
2
like Path of Titans
hours
more
for a
popular at the
fresh
moment because
player
of
to
updates and
engage
crossplay. I
with
guess
one
that
of
would
the
make sense,
core
yeah.
mechanics of your game, I'm sorry.
But the IO is
but
the plastic
you've
one.
made
Where would
your
you even get
game
Path of
wrong.
Titans?
Hi, Editing Zenny here. While the
Oh, whoops.
migration
My bad,
zones
that's my
are a
fault.
load of bollocks, the developers have
Let me pause this real quick. Where does Path of Titans even like exist? Out now on Nintendo Switch. Okay, let's see. Because I know the Isle is like the original one, so it has it's got 6,000, so what? About 8,000 peak. This is a little hard to tell where this one is from, huh? The dino customization doesn't looks cool. I won't lie, but the game does look kind of. Could play on the phone. What the fuck? Out now on consoles. Buy now. Uses BattleEye anti-cheat. How much? $30. Oh, you get PC and mobile exclusive. Oh, they got some cool skins. Earn a reward when you refer a friend. Dinosaur customizations, combat and abilities. Okay, it has pretty much the same thing as. There's up to 200 players per server. Interesting, interesting.
updated the game to offer what's called a patrol, or at least that's what I've been told they're called. This acts as a smaller and closer independent migration zone that will allow you plenty of nutrition for you to get started. This is a pretty cool change, and the developers do deserve credit for it. On an unrelated note that has nothing to do with migration zones, I swear, I promise I'm not making a point, let's talk about nesting. If you somehow manage
I'm not
to
really
get
into
your
these kind of games, but I used to talk to
near
girls who was
full
obsessed
growth
with
and
these.
find another player of the same dinosaur of the the opposite gender, you can do an ambiguous animation and start laying some eggs. From here, you collaborate to keep the nest safe and maintain a balanced temperature. This nest will now allow other players to spawn in as your babies. And with them being your babies, they not only share a mix of both parents' colors, but also your mutation. What's a mutation? Nesting is this game's equivalent of the end game. You're making your own unique herd that can dominate large portions of the map if your herd is smart enough to do so. However, before you've made your herd, nesting requires you to remain in a single location for long periods of time. It sometimes takes hours for a player to spawn in on your nest, meaning you have to stay in a single location for sometimes hours at a time. You want to know what doesn't mingle well with a game system that requires for you to stay still? The biggest mechanic in the game demanding that you be always on the move or you're fucked. See why I can't stand migration zones? Even if you nest at a migration zone, the food's going to run out, the migration zone's gonna leave, and now your entire herd is barely surviving on grass. An infinite food source that gives 0 stats and will only fill your stomach up to 20%. If you try to nest, you are always hungry, always weak, and are always at the mercy of any carnivores that find you. Better point, it's miserable. You've worked hard to get where you are, and your reward is to engage with a new element of the game that is being screwed by everything else. Now, for experienced players,
judging on how much this guy hates this game,
where these migration zones relatively are.
Whoa, what
and
the
I
hell?
can just choose to spawn close to where there should be one when I'm starting off as a fresh
I think people
dinosaur.
like Path more because, like Travis said,
Hi.
it updates more.
Innocent Zenny
This
here
game does
again.
not update as far
They
as I'm
remove
aware
your
of.
ability
But I
to
think there's a lot of
pick
people
your
that play
spawn location. It's random
this one
now.
more because of it's like the classic.
God, isn't game development so wonderful? You want to know who doesn't know anything about this game? New players. In fact, the game doesn't do anything to teach you anything. And trust me, I checked and have a full-blown study to prove it.
The fuck just happened?
Is not new player friendly. It is a hard game that teaches you nothing and expects you to read dev blogs to understand the changes that are fired at this game rapidly. And to prove this, I didn't just ask players what their first few hours were like, because the kind of players that stuck around are the kind of players that are willing to put up with bullshit. When it comes to how the game plays, I didn't just ask existing
refund pussy.
players,
We're going to
I
Path Titans.
made my own. I sat down 7 people and forced them to play the Isle, going in blind.
No,
to
just
the
kidding. I
experience.
already own the Isle,
criteria
so
for
it'd be
all
cheaper
of
for me
these
to play
players
that
was
one.
Simple. Each player had played games on a PC before, knows how to play on a keyboard, and has had a Steam account for at least 2 years at minimum. These are all avid gamers who know how to play video games, and I made them play the Isle. Every player was sat down in a room alone with me observing them. Every player was allowed to ask questions when they got stuck, confused, or just didn't know what to do, and I documented the first 3 questions that every player asked. Every player played the game for 1 hour, with each player asked 3 questions at the end of their play session. But we'll get to those questions in a minute. The more important questions were the questions that they were asking me. Let's start with player 1. I didn't realize it at the time, but player 1 was going to be the start of a trend that would not stop. Player 1's questions were,
Sabby!
how do I find food?
Thank you for the 2 months.
How
I
do
appreciate it,
see?
Sabby.
And where is safe? Now, player 1 isn't an idiot. Before asking me how to find food, you can see in this footage that they are pressing buttons and eventually presses Q and notices something appear on the screen. Player 1 noticed the animation, realized it was her dinosaur smelling, and held down Q to extend the animation. Player 1 figured out the smelling system all on their own. But guess what? They held down Q, nothing new like food appeared on the compass, and then they assumed from that there was no reason
Red,
to
thank you for the follow.
hold
Welcome
down
in.
Q and never did it again. If you don't hold down Q, your dinosaur will not be able to pick up food that is farther away, meaning player 1, without the opportunity to ask me questions, would have never found food, would have starved to death, and that would have been their first
Sabby,
experience
thank you for the
in
raid.
the
Welcome
game.
in,
Player
Raiders.
2's questions were quite similar, but gave me a good laugh as well. Question 1 being, how do I run?
You're on 2 different accounts at once.
This is player 2. As you can see, there is nothing behind those eyes. Their second question was, like player 1, how do I
Hello,
find
Crystal. Welcome in,
food?
welcome in.
I told them you hold down Q and try to sniff out meat. They were playing as a carnivore. What surprised me is that player
Crystal,
2,
thank you for the
unlike
follow.
player 1, associated the symbols of footprints
We're currently
on
watching
the migration
The
zone
Isle.
indicator, and without asking me what it was, started moving towards the migration zone, which is where the food should be. And you want to know how he was rewarded for that intuition? He made it to the migration zone and it was empty. No players to hunt and no AI or NPCs to kill. On his second attempt to find food as a new raptor, because, you know, cliffs weren't his friend, he was in a patrol zone inside a migration zone, and there was still
what are these
no
words he's
AI
saying? I'm so
or
confused.
NPCs or any kind of food for his baby raptor. This is where his third question struck me hard. Am I doing this right? Player 2 was doing everything right with barely any guidance from me at all and was still struggling to understand how to play the game. And this trend continued for everyone. Player 3, is there food? Is there a way to
It's a
find
baby
food? And
pterodactyl.
how do I get stamina? Oh, you sweet
Oh, I can't
summer
fly.
child.
Oh, I can fly.
We'll talk about the stamina system real soon. Player 4. What is edible? Clearly confused on how his herbivore couldn't eat the plants surrounding him. How do I see? And what's
2
that thing
years,
at the top of the
goddamn,
screen?
Sebby.
Player 5. How do I eat? How do I see? And what do those symbols mean? Player 6. What's that gesturing to the migration symbols? What's that gesturing to the mutation system? And oh my god, mutations! And player 7, whose biggest question was, and say it with me, what is
Me too, me
edible?
too.
Player 3 was the only player to figure out that if you press tab, it brought up your character sheet, saw that his food was said to be located at the coast, flew to the nearest coast, found none of the food that was promised, and died. Player 6 was the only person to notice the mutation system, and it was already after they'd missed the first window for their first mutation. Not only is this game not telling players what systems do, but it's not even telling them that they even exist. Case in point, what are
Can't believe it's been 2 years
mutations?
already. Me
As you grow
neither,
your
honestly.
dinosaur, you can select 3
We're getting
different intervals
old.
of specialized buffs that allow your dinosaur to do things better. The game does not tell the player what mutations are, how they work, or how you unlock them. What it does do is
Old.
allows this flashing icon at the corner of the screen. What
Your
are
birthday
players
soon?
supposed
Ooh,
to do
exciting.
with that? Player 3 asked, how do I get stamina? Is player 3 an idiot? No. He's not. Somehow the game made the concept of stamina a load of bollocks. Back in
I'm
the days
done
of
to
Isla
play this
Spiro,
when we're
stamina was a
retired.
simple thing. Stamina regenerated at multiple different speeds.
Yes.
Slow if
Old
you were
men,
walking,
old
not
boys,
as
just
slow
playing a
if you were
dinosaur
walking
simulator.
slowly. Fast if you were standing still, and much faster if you were laying down. Someone in the development team saw the simple concept of stamina regenerating and decided you should suffer. With the new gateway map, the game adopted a new stamina
Oh, the map
system.
actually looks kinda
If you are
cool.
running and you get your stamina to 59% and you decide to
2 days before,
walk,
I don't know what you
your
said.
stamina will not regenerate. What you have to do if
I
you
say
want to
it's
regenerate
same,
stamina
but
and
that's
keep
not far
moving
from
is set
me.
your walk
Okay.
to slow by pressing Z. If you're running and your stamina drops to 39%, you can no longer regenerate stamina whilst moving. You have to stand still or lie down. And if your stamina is anything below 25%, you have to lie down. To put it simply,
your
if a new
exams, damn.
player runs until they are out of stamina, if they stand still for all eternity until the end of time, they will not see a single point of stamina regenerate. Here's the same dinosaur in Isla Spiro and Gateway with no stamina remaining. If you look closely, you can see that even with the dinosaur walking in Isla Spiro and the other one laying down in Gateway,
It's like, now
walking
sounds good. Thanks so much for the
regenerates
rates, Abby. I
faster
appreciate
in
it.
the old stamina system
Good luck on
compared
your
to laying
exams.
down in the new stamina system. What I find interesting though is that despite the new stamina being slower to start with, it ended up picking up speed and caught up, which means that stamina regenerates slower the lower it is. Is this game designed to just be mean? I mean, yes, it incentivizes players to manage their stamina better, but the game tells you none of this. And even if it did tell you the percentages, how are you going to tell? The stamina bar is a foot. You have to press tab and hover over your stamina bar to check its percentage. But guess what?
Where?
According to my research, 6 out of 7 new players don't even know this screen exists. At the end of all the playtesting, I asked 3 questions. Question 1. What are some of the things you liked about the game? All 7 players listed graphics, 4 listed the call system, 2 enjoyed the combat, and you want to know what 6 out of 7 players listed? The food system. Wait, what? Everything around the food system. The smelling, the hunting, the
Eating is
scavenging,
fun?
and managing nutritions. All
What?
of it. Nearly all players enjoyed it after I told them about it. It's clear that this game can be fun for new players once they know what they're doing. But not everyone has an idiot like me. And without me, barely anyone would have known what they were doing. Player 4 got so sick of not knowing what buttons do that they just pulled up the controls in the menu. And if players are stopping the fun to look up menus, find tutorials, or seek aid on Discord servers, I'm sorry, but you've done something wrong here. The old version of the Isle that hasn't been touched in 5 years has tutorials. So there is no excuse here. The second question I asked players was, what don't
All
you
I'm
like?
hearing right
And it
now
became
is
very
we might
clear
need to play
that
Path of
everyone
Titans
was having
instead.
the same problem. Player 1 stated that there isn't much to do. Player 2 didn't like the absence of food for carnivores. Player
Maybe we
3
play
didn't
something
like that they
else.
didn't find any other players
Yeah, you might want to
despite the
refund that
server
game,
being
but see.
full. Player 4 struggled to understand how to get places due to no map and too many obstacles during travel.
Nah, bro,
Player
it's like
5
Tarkov,
didn't
okay? You
like
gotta
there
learn
being
how to
no
play the
map.
game.
Player 6 didn't
It's
like
hard,
how
but that's the
empty
whole
map
point,
felt,
dude.
And
Like, come
player
on.
7 echoed the same points of 5 and 6. Every single one of these problems players complained about stems from one thing, and it's Gateway's map. Players 1, 2, and 3 got bored looking for people because players are just spread too
See, I think I
thin
shoot things
on
and enjoy
such a
Tarkov.
large map. And everyone else just couldn't stand how hard it was to get where you wanted to be. The only thing that new players can do when they spawn in is head to these markers on the compass. But Gateway's map is just designed to be a pain in the ass. Mountains in the
Damn,
way.
you have over 15K and 100
river,
damn.
mountain in the way. Cliff face, mountain, fence, mountain, river, mountain. Fuck! Where Isla Spiro had the brains to weave people together at those organic player junctions I talked about, Gateway suffers from inorganic junctions. Instead of designing the map around incentivizing players to bump into
I'm
each other
sure-
with risks to their fun, Gateway intentionally makes traversal a nightmare in order to lock
We all get
players
Tarkov
into walking
PvE.
along
If you want
the
to play Dinosaur
pathways.
gameplay
And
or
sure,
Orion
you don't
Preclude, that game
have
is
to
so
walk the literal
old, bro.
path, but with the
Holy
map
shit,
being
I remember playing
infested
that
with
years
walls,
ago.
Gates, tunnels, and cliffs. Trying to find your own way becomes a programmer and sole
I'm gonna swap to the
coder
developer
for
section real
legacy
quick.
branch of the Isle, working alongside Dondi, the founder of Afterthought and the man with the vision to bring the Isle to life. However, whilst Dondi had the creative vision of the Isle,
I own the
he
game,
didn't
Trevi.
have the talent or skill to write code and sort out the talents of Deathly Rage in order to bring the Isle to life. And they even lived together back in 2017 for a few months whilst they worked on the game together. However, at some point, Dondi realized that Deathly Rage was sabotaging his game with poor coding practice and had him fired. The wiki even says that after Deathly Rage was fired, he severely damaged the code intentionally. And with
Ooh,
Deathly Rage
drama.
refusing to teach the next programmer how his code works, the game was forced into a corner. And that is where Operation Recode years later came into effect. And that's it, folks. The one developer that destroyed everything. Right? I mean, case closed, surely. This is all information that came from Dondi, the lead developer of the Isle. He wouldn't, you know, lie about why his game had to start from scratch, right? Oh no. The developer that destroyed everything was not Deathly Rage. It was Dondi. What I'm about to talk about here, for legal reasons, is all word of mouth with veteran
So this game's
Isle
dead.
players' experiences shared on the game in a Reddit page and is all alleged. And by alleged,
Easily
I mean
refunded.
hundreds of people came forward
This game just
confirming
killed
what I'm
itself.
about to talk about and is all information that Dondi would rather forget. In
Alright, we're getting
2017,
spicy.
the Isle was doing gangbusters, and it's here that Dondi moved Deathly Rage out into a 2-bedroom studio so they could work on the the game together. Whilst working on the game, Dondi would invite women to the property. Deathly Rage
Whoa!
mistaken Dondi's
What's
girlfriend
happening?
for an ex-girlfriend and accidentally slipped up details that Dondi had been having random women over to do who knows what. Understandably, she lost her shit, making Dondi lose his shit and firing Deathly Rage without the common sense understanding that this man is the sole reason that your game exists. Dondi, realizing that after burning the bridge with
What
Deathly
the
Rage that he
fuck?
has no way to update the game with new content, actively
Oh, wait, there's ads. I'll pause the vid. I forgot there's ads. What the hell? I thought it was a dinosaur game. What's going on, bro? This is more than just a dinosaur game at this point. So wait, what is... Wait, what was it called? Path of Titans gameplay? Does this one look better? That took a huge ass turn.
We ran is over there. What's Mr. Verozino doing? I want to.
Oh, dude, bro, this looks like way more fleshed out. It looks more like a role-playing game.
There's like 6 of us.
6 dab? They got quests, bro. They got quests as dinosaurs.
I'm stuck.
Okay, now we're kind of speaking my language. It seems like Path of Titan is definitely more. Is that a Quetzalcoatl?
Let me try this again. Oh, he's in the water. Okay.
Ah, okay. So I guess Path of Titans is more like user friendly, and then the IO is more like hardcore. Why is the game rated so well then? How does no one know about this? Of like, what the fuck's happening with the developers? The Isles is 20 gigabyte game. It says today, Simply Fuzz added the Isle to their library. Pause this. 82%. Unfortunately, at this point, the game is full of hackers, and I tell you myself at this all the time. If only they put effort like they do in monitoring their Discord, they'd have no issues at all. And then refunded it. Oh. I think I'll just wait for Epoch tomorrow. Hold on, there's one more game that I want to watch a video of that looked pretty decent. I played it a little bit. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on, but the video made the game look fun. Okay, so some of these people, the negative reviews are basically just saying go play Path of the Titans. Let's play Tarkov. I wish I had PvE. I don't have the PvE. Isn't it like hella expensive? That is funny. Toxic community, toxic server admins, and very few content updates. Wow, this guy has 3,000 hours. Welcome back. I paused the video. All right, we're going back to the hot drama.
Landers Deathly Rage, explaining that the Isle is completely destroyed and it's all his fault. And if you're wondering what kind of person Dondi is, the fandom wiki has Deathly Rage in the category of previous developers and slanders him for things that are not true, whereas Paradigm Shift is just listed as a previous working developer. Yeah. About Paradigm Shift, he was messaging minors inappropriate things and was being sheltered by Dondi, and only months later was let go once the pressure became too much to handle. Not even an alleged for Paradigm Shift, but a whole sentence slandering Deathly Rage. This here only occurred because Dondi lied to everyone. There is a lot that can be said about Dondi that I really just can't be bothered talking about. There are hundreds of videos out there of people's experiences with him being a total scumbag. If you're interested in knowing more from people who have done
I'm glad he's not on the team anymore.
I'll link Sid Alpha's investigations on Dondi and the Paradigm Shift scenario, and I'll also link X-Zager's video on how he was treated by Dondi over mild feedback. But I want to add something to this story that wraps this all up with a lovely blanket of pure cosmic color. karma. Dondi slandered Deathly Rage for being a terrible programmer and hating the project of the Isle. You want to know what Deathly Rage's response to this was? He changed his online name, founded his own studio, and crowdfunded his own dinosaur game. In 5 years, Dondi has
Is that what
managed to
the other
develop
game
a
is?
one-map survival game hiding in a beta branch of his old dead game. Deathly Rage in 5 years has managed to make Path of Titans, a dinosaur game with
That's
two
what
maps,
Path of
double
Titan
the amount
is?
of playable dinosaurs, customizable combat abilities along with buffs that apply physical characteristics, added quests, nesting, and
Bro
the
said,
game is
"Fuck you, I'll
available
make my
on
own
all
game."
consoles, PC, and mobile. Dondi has a trailer for a game whose map doesn't exist anymore, with 3 of the dinosaurs in the trailer.
I low-key wish he
still
started with
not
the
being
drama.
Playable 5 years after
Yo.
its upload, with a $22 million head start. I don't need to dunk on Dondi. That's the most disrespectful slam dunk that I've ever seen.
Holy
The
shit.
Isle is the worst game in early access.
He
and
made-
it is
He got
solely
fired and
Dondi's
made his
fault.
own game,
Do I
bro.
think Dondi is a fraud? Fuck no. He is a creative genius with a flair for the grand and dramatic in video games, held back by the worst work ethic on the planet, defending creeps, slandering hard workers, all the while he bitches and complains that people do not understand his vision. We get videos of him saying he wants to make his third-person dinosaur game first person. We get clips of him saying he doesn't
Holy
even give a
shit.
fuck about the Isle. And yet, here we are.
That was an
Dondi,
interesting twist,
You've
bro.
made a good game. Stop trying to elevate it into being more like something you know and just finish
I don't know, guys.
the
I really think he
game,
doesn't like this
Add
game.
more playables, fuck off humans and focus your resources. Add a tutorial space like Path of Titans did. Increase server player counts to 200 if it's viable. Switch Legacy over to the beta branches and make Avrima the real shit. Update the Steam page and sell skins if you need to make the game profitable again. And just allow your fans to finally be happy with the game.
I think he
you
loves
made
the
them.
game, that he
The
hates
game
it.
you've made here is genius. Making it more like everything else, in my opinion, doesn't seem worth it. I mean, do what you want. Most players, unlike me, can just play on community servers and switch off all the shit they don't care about. But just... Also, what was that stream where you proposed the first-person camera perspective on dinosaurs?
Never mind. He's
Are
back to
you
being
just
mad.
trying to make people think you're an idiot? Thank you for everyone that watched the video.
Oh, that twist was insane. What the fuck? All right, well, Chubby, looks like you're right. First person dinosaur would go crazy. That sounds so stupid, dude. So you're gonna play it. I own the game, but from what I'm hearing, I think Path of Titans might be the way. The fact that you get mobile too. I can buy the game and play it on the go. And it's a better game, gets constant updates, has skins, better tutorial, and it's like a branch off from the original game. Wow, that's just chef's kiss. What a story. You're right. He should have started with the drama. I think if he started with the drama,
Fun. The map is giant and diverse.
hold on. If he started off with the drama, that would have been like 20 times better. Way better of a video, but I get why he put it at the end. This was the second video that I want to watch. It was Stallcraft, because I remember playing a little bit. I didn't understand it. It's getting really popular right now, but I think it's because there's an event going on. That's funny. I don't know. The twist was nice. I think that is true. That is true. Maybe he probably should have hinted a little bit at it, you know? What a kicker of a video.
Oh!
Ambush. Oh shoot.
Fine.
Hit him once.
Oh my god. I'm healing.
Dead. Got him.
It looked like Roblox, but it's not Roblox. It's Stallcraft.
Damn. No reply.
This one's free.
Thanks. Покормила знатно, но я вроде в порядке. Надеюсь, вы тоже.
In the last 2 weeks, I've spent time either editing the last monstrosity of a video, or I've been surviving the zone, helping rookies, doing quests, trading with players, grinding resources, and fighting bad guys with a Dragunov. StarCraft X, the largest free-to-play online game set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. And although it has a fun aesthetic reminiscent of its humble beginnings 10 years ago, this game is entirely overhauled from the version I played on this channel just last year. The devs reached out and wanted to sponsor a video about the new anniversary update of the game, so I jumped on to check out the new update and got sucked in again. So this video is sponsored, but if you want to see my totally raw opinions, there's an unsponsored video from a year ago where I said the same exact thing. The progression is surprisingly satisfying, the gunplay is simple and fun, the map is giant and diverse, and there's no shortage of missions, side quests, a 30-hour campaign, strategic PvP. It's all pretty good. Even my main critique of the game a year
Candace with the 30 stream stream, god damn! Thank you, Candace, for the daily gacha.
Answered by devs in that comment section.
Telling it now. I will say, when I played this game, the beginning was a little very unclear.
And climbing. Before we jump in though, they wanted me to say that there's a welcome bonus code for new players and players that haven't played in a while in the link down in the description down below this video with some cool supplies to get you started off in the game.
The PvP looks really fun.
Howdy, boys. Today we're in StarCraft. StarCraft X is what it's called now because of a massive update that's basically overhauled every part of the game. The trees are no longer blocky. Remember those blocky trees in the old video? Yeah, they're no longer blocky. A lot of new animations and stuff. Obviously, you still have the cubic environment, but the lighting is really nice. I think they upgraded.
Now this is a game.
I've been playing it with a lot of buddies throughout the last week. And I thought I would just do, you know, a quick run through the game.
It's free, boys. We might as well start fucking playing it before you pog.
I spent multiple
Apparently the campaign's really good.
Game.
The PvP is super cool.
I want to show you guys. There's like these safe hub zones like this. And they've got their own radio stations. There's people from other factions, like this guy's a Stalker. And then these guys, this is a Merc here, that's a Bandit. StarCraft is roughly a PvEvP sort of game, as most of the time you'll be taking part in live events and quests, but friendly and enemy players can be anywhere.
Hi, everyone.
Luckily, if you do die, you only lose the stuff you found in that run, so you don't lose your gun or gear, and ammo and food medication can just be bought for cheap back at the traders. At the top right of my screen, there's a number, and that number goes from 1 or 2 or 3, depending on how many stalkers are close by. So you're going to see when he runs out of my probably like 100-meter radius or so, it'll go back down to 1. When's it going to happen? Maybe it's 150. Okay, but there he goes, back down to 1. So you always know when someone is close to you. You don't know if it's friendly or foe.
It's kind of cool, I like the system.
You do know when people are close to you, and that can be pretty useful. As
we don't lose cool kits for being out, only things we find.
Have a pretty good idea of what's going on around you. Things like that zombie horde over there. You see that icon is flashing. That is an event that's going on that someone is currently partaking in. A player is interacting with that camp or with that zombie horde in some way. So I know that there's players down there and down there. It's a really interesting sort of experience because there is the chance of players from the enemy faction being in your area, and there are some players that do like to be kind of sneaky with their PvP strats. So I wonder if I can make this jump. Oh, I made it. Once you complete quests like that little zombie horde or whatever, you can go to
what is that space, bro?
Safe zone base, and you'll have a tech tree of guns that you can unlock with different resources and supplies that you'll craft or find throughout the zone. So like here's a lot of different weaponry here, all the way from little Krink AKs, M16A1, M16A3, all the way to rare weapons, more powerful weapons like HK G36s, and they're not like super realistic in caliber, because technically like the M16A1 would have the same damage as like something like a G36C, but they actually do scale with damage and accuracy and range or whatever, and they do have really cool damage fall off, like I said it in the original video, but like this is like a Simthic Battlefield 3 damage fall off stat, which is pretty neat. So different weapons have different damage fall off. Some weapons are better at range than others. And then also there's not even just rifles. There's also handguards, attachments, muzzles, silencers,
Goddamn.
combat suits. So there's also not just weapons in the game. You also have to level up your suits throughout the game. There's a lot here in terms of progression, and I'm kind of grossly oversimplifying this process too, but it's pretty cool. So in the first half of this video, I'm going to be exploring the southern half of the zone with Karmakut and FairTX, both buddies of mine. And then, after that, I'll be doing some duo exploration of the north side of the zone with my buddy Joshua Guz. So you're going to see both kind of the beginnings of the game and also what happens after the campaign, kind of the end-game PvP, a little bit more of a serious PvP environment. Kind of cool stuff. And this is the map, by the way. This is all the southern zone. And then the latter half of the video, which will be timestamped, will have this whole
Okay, it's a
area,
pretty decent map.
which is totally new, by the way, in the
Whoa.
Stalker X update. This is entirely revamped North Zone, and we're going to be playing as the mercenary faction.
They have Chubby
doing some
weapon, the
dense
Mosin.
PvP. It's pretty
They do
fun.
have the Mosin.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
Oh, I had a burp there.
I received so much money from that guy that I'm overweight. Or so much quest reward.
Yeah. I got 19,000 rubles.
Walking so slowly. Come on, get a move on. Your little feet.
Dude, look at them feet.
You watching my stream?
We can make an army in this game, bro.
His feet, dude.
Little feet, little tippy tappy.
Come on, bro, hurry up. I like how the intro, so there's like different suits for combat or science or a mixture, and the science one is literally like a makeshift hazmat suit with a raincoat and little froggy boots. I don't know what they're called. Wellies. It's like a little clear raincoat. Oh,
The face is so uncanny.
He's in his thug outfit now.
He's in his thug outfit now.
He's thugging out. Yeah,
This is
DJ
Minecraft
Rap,
gone
this is
wrong.
him. He was wearing a raincoat earlier.
Oh, he's got the purple pants.
He's got the purple pants. You know what's kind of cool too, is I think it's totally random what pants you get, or like what shirt or pants you get at the beginning. Because there's some people that have the same pants, but or like the same suit, but they'll have like this guy's got knee pads, and he's got a little Adidas tracksuit top instead of bottoms. And then you've got no knee pads, and you have a leather jacket top with purple Adidas tracksuit pants. The drip immaculate.
Player.
Wait, friendly.
Good evening. How do you do, guys?
How do you do that?
Hold tab, move mouse up left. Hello.
Hey, bro.
Player starts blasting. Good evening.
There's a shootout. That's interesting. There's a shootout event to our west. Yeah, these maps have also been like greatly improved. This area especially. This is where that PvP death was about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Just be careful.
AI
Those are some pretty heavily armored guys.
They are.
We got it.
I'm hitting him with the Mosin.
Okay.
Grenade.
Oh, you got a nade?
I do have a nade.
What is the grenade key? Is it G?
G. I
Okay,
think chance to with G.
Nah, bro. I think the purple pants spawn grenades every 3.5 minutes.
Ooh, careful. There's another fight to the west. So grab that thing in the box. Oh, this is just the shootout, I
These are
think.
native patrols. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Got it downloaded. I remember playing
we
with
got
Faye
some
and someone else. I don't remember who it was, but we didn't
Pocket money.
really enjoy it because we don't know what the hell we were
Hiding
doing.
underneath that van? Hold
I gave
on.
up
Oh,
on
no,
cutting
it's
my
kind of
pillow.
wild.
I thought you were doing math homework.
Oh, doggo. Ah, hey, bitey doggo.
What was the objective for this area? What are we doing?
2 more.
Oh, those are players, I think. Those are players right there.
Oh,
Dog.
It is PvP.
yeah.
I killed a player. I killed a
That's
player,
so
dude.
funny.
I just headshot him.
This is just one shot.
Yeah, he was rushing this group of bandits here, and I just nailed him in the face.
Shadar,
Oh, I see
thanks for the
more
daily
movement,
gotcha. I appreciate it.
southwest. I think, yeah, hostiles. Just headshot one.
Pushing up.
Killed
I
one.
gave up.
think
Fair
AI.
enough.
It's just AI.
Okay, let me see what this
Oh, on the
was.
right, I just got hit by something.
Got
big.
it.
Gotta be a player.
I'm looking. Can't see him. He's under the bridge, I think. I think underneath the bridge. Yeah, under the bridge.
Can you help me out?
I'm trying
I'm
to
bleeding. How do I stop my bleeding?
see.
Do I
Oh,
just
I'm
stand
hitting
until
him.
I stop bleeding?
He's
No,
very
I'm, like,
hurt.
Down.
He's very hurt left side of the bridge.
I'm coming. Hang on.
Help me.
I need to use a bandage instead. Right?
I'm covering. He's hurt bad.
Help me.
Yeah, he was at a bridge. Oh, tab is a ping icon, by the way, or ping button.
How do I?
The homie's down. No one's
That's AI
resing
trying
him.
to suppress him. Oh, he's moving left now. Hit him again.
I just saw something else run over here.
He's at ping right now, behind that rock.
Flanking on the left.
The box ping.
Hit him again. He's one shot.
I see him. I see him. I see him.
Behind ping.
I'm pushing the left.
Oh shit. Okay.
He should be. Yeah, let's go. Woo! Dude, he was camping the bridge. Wonder what he had on him.
I just sucked up all of his stuff. Okay.
Shots on the
Shots
bridge.
left. We're up to 5. We're up to 5.
Okay.
It's like Tarkov, but or like Stalker. I guess
Yep,
that's what you said earlier, right? Stalker, Stalker 2.
Died somewhere.
Computer science. Like I turned in my assignment, my teacher just gave me like a 98 just because I didn't put a picture on the thing that I was doing. Oh, what the heck?
Multiple. Player down.
Oh my god, there's a lot of players. Frag out, frag out, frag out.
Oh shit, Jesus.
Just kidding, we can't play.
Oh,
Why? What
shot from the
happened?
rear.
I see him, I see him, I see him, I see him.
I'm getting shot from this compound to the rear.
It's all maintenance? Of course. Probably a big update or something. Because I remember there being a lot of people playing this game like the hour before.
He's on that partition on the left side.
Shoot, I've got.
You know how long is the
Got
maintenance
one,
for?
down.
Careful, you'll probably get flanked there from the southeast.
From the southeast. Okay, I'm gonna clear out the camp real fast. Alright, the camp is clear. I'm coming to help you.
Okay, I should be under control over here now.
Okay.
There was a player underneath.
Feature
the
thing on
bridge.
the
Did we get
page.
The one under a dog behind you. Dog. Oh shoot! I just had a grenade explode at my feet.
Major update today. Yeah, I think there was a major update today or something. Wasn't there? That's why I saw a lot of people playing it.
Is that you shooting?
Yep. Just taking out AI.
There's somebody else in the compound, I think,
It could be AI. I think that's AI. That's AI.
Here, let's go. Oh, grenade.
It's
Oh,
on the
no, there's
17th.
mines.
Isn't
There's
today the
mines here.
16th?
Mines? Oh, there are mines. Careful.
Here, let's grab this. Oh. AI respawn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn,
let's
so
grab this
two
so we can
major
go, 'cause they're gonna be
updates
coming
happening
back.
tomorrow? God damn.
This guy's spot right here. Okay.
I got a lot of ammo off of one of
This
those
game's
guys.
based in Russia, so it might be the
Snap.
17th already
I'm
for
gonna
them.
run north just because I'm overweight. Oh, there's more.
AI.
Yep, on me. Okay, should be good. I'm watch out for mines left. There's 2 backpacks on the left there as I hook around.
Yep.
I've just got to run northwest. I've got 545 for you guys.
Cool.
A lot of it.
All right.
Just come
We're
up to me.
5 again. We're 5 again. We're 5 again.
Okay, come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me.
We're coming to you.
Let's not be in that choke point.
Okay.
I'm dropping 545 in this bush that I'm on. Oh, is that 545? Yeah. Each stack is 150.
There is a
Dude,
16th
why are these bullets
maintenance.
so big?
Ah, okay. Damn. The unfortunate timing of when the new big update comes out. We can't have nothing. No good food to eat,
Yeah, I
bro.
bet those are players.
They're
Fuck.
chasing. They're chasing. Right the way we came.
How long is the maintenance for? I'm sure it's not that long because of like the timing, right?
I hit him once. Hit the other.
I got him.
I'm working
Oh, no,
tomorrow
Warner's
too in the
dead,
morning, which
dead.
sucks.
Shit.
Bro.
There's 2. There was 2. I hit one bad. I'm flanking
Yeah.
left.
Push him straight.
Careful, careful.
Right up.
Headshot him. Finished one. Hit the other one. Headshot. He's almost dead.
7 a.m.
Back.
EST. That is 7 a.m. EST to PST. It's 4. Oh, motherfucker. That's so long. I have raid tomorrow at like 4 to 7. So I know Epoch comes out at 9 tomorrow in the morning. And this game came out. It just started? No way! Oh, brother. There's no way. Bro, let's go to sleep now. I have work tomorrow morning. I won't be out till like 11. I wake up at 4 a.m. Shit, you might be right though. Let's wake up at 4. Oh, but not all of us. Some of us have work though. Yo, that's crazy. The timing on everything. Looks good though. I'll definitely pre-download it. Because I know the first time we played it, it was just I was so lost. I didn't know what the game had to offer. So I wasn't sure exactly what we could do. But now that I know, let me see. So you said that it's on maintenance. There's no way it fucking started. It started its maintenance just now. It's a 30 gigabyte game. Holy shit. Where do you see the patch notes? It's 17th one is 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's got an event going on. The event looks kind of cool. Got Twitch drops. You get a Karambit? You get a, ultraviolet Karambit for a Twitch drop. You can get 60 Twitch cases. Holy shit. That's funny. Server maintenance. I see it. 1704. Put this game next on the list. Damn. That's so funny. And we just missed our chance to play too. Who knows? Maybe it might come back later. Maybe. That is so funny. Okay, what is happening with my game right? With my computer? Computer, I'm gonna ask you to stop doing that. Well, boys. I guess we're just sucked dry today. Not doing nothing today. I'll be another time, another day, tomorrow. Got Epoch. We got that game that we can do on the list. I'm playing Tarkov, man. Tarkov came out with like a new arena mode today, no? From what I saw a lot of people actually checking that out. Or playing it right now. Huh? What do you mean? It's an update if I recall. Oh, okay. Oh my god, it's Skull and Bones free weekend. Come on, I'm trying to uninstall something, but it's not letting me do it. Is Skull and Bones Ubisoft? Yes, Skull and Bones is Ubisoft. It is the pirate game. Good save, good save. I like that save, Ken. Well done, well done. Give this guy an award. I love Skull and Bones. I love that game. Don't we all just love that game? Sorry, you keep hearing that. That's not your computer. That's mine. Mine's acting weird. I can't. It won't let me like move past this stupid page. Scan, scan, scan. Let me get through. Let me get through. I believe what's my call it? It's supposed to go on maintenance too, right? Epoch. I think Epoch goes on maintenance tonight for the update. No games, nothing to play. The world hates us. The heck is this Epoch? It's a ARPG. It's the new season's coming out tomorrow. So I think some of us will be playing it tomorrow. I don't even know if you like ARPGs. have 157 gigabytes of just games. Oh, that. Yes, that. The one and only. I bought it like maybe like 2 weeks ago. And it's my first ARPG that I'm planning on getting into. I couldn't get into Diablo because of how bloody it was, and then I couldn't get into Path of Exile because you need a fucking PhD for that. So the only option was Last Epoch, and surprisingly, it was very easy to learn. It says out now. Oh, this is Inside Out. I'm dumb. I'm saying I move for Path of Exile too. Yeah. Here's the thing. PoE did so bad that some players are actually moving over to Epoch tomorrow. Or at least the most recent patch that I think PoE came out with was highly negatively received. I think if you go to their Steam page right now, it's mostly negative at the moment. Yeah, it's still mostly negative. Their most recent reviews. Because apparently they made like the new update really bad. And a lot of people did not like it. I mean, it's not going to stop people from playing it, but a lot of people didn't enjoy it. And so good timing, because Epoch's tomorrow. And I'm just in luck, because that was the one I bought. My phone's going off. Ew, it is my mother. Oh, I gotta do rivals for my dailies. I gotta do that another time though. I'm gonna order food and have energy drinks tomorrow. Dude, you have a packed day tomorrow. You have what? You have to do that tomorrow. You have to do your raid tomorrow, and then you have to. And then you're playing Epoch. You're gonna have a crazy day tomorrow. Lucky for you, you took the day off tomorrow. You're smart. You're smart with the way you planned your work. He's a smart cookie, guys. Wait, I forget something. Did someone say cookie? Nah, not the Cookie Run Kingdom. Not the crack. I'm surprised that you guys still play that. Does Pussy even still play it? I haven't got on in a while. It's just me and Squid. Is this you two guys? That's funny. Is that the Cookie Gacha-less game? Gacha-less? No. It's gacha. Cookie Run Kingdom is gacha. But I guess you could argue that it's gacha-less because they give you so many pools to the point where it's just like it doesn't feel like a gacha. At least like in today's standards, because a lot of today's gachas require everything. You say it wasn't much like a gacha? Yeah, it wasn't really a gacha in my opinion, just because of how many pools you get. Gamer. That one was arguably very lenient with the amount of stuff that you get from it. So I applaud them for that. I almost have everyone and still have 300k gems. That is crazy. Wait, you have all the beast cookies? What the fuck? You know, no wonder you're still playing the game, bro. You got everything. You're balling in it. Meanwhile, I couldn't get a single cookie. A single beast cookie. Later on, you unlock systems. It is crazy to me how much content that game has. like for a gacha game. I don't know how long it's been out for. I think it's been out for like what 3-4 years. Unless it lets you have any bees cookies. So there's they've got a pity system that allows you to get the cookies. I see. Quite smart. Very, very free to play friendly. I'm very curious what people were saying of the whole what's the word I'm looking for? Power creep. I remember a lot of people complaining about that because they were always talking about crack, and I was like, what's crack? And they would say that has really bad power creep. From what I see, it looks like you can do a lot of the content from just the basic units that are given to you. It's going to be in May. I have a custom Minecraft event that's going to happen that I am a part of. I'm real. I kind of signed up for it and I don't remember what it was about. It's the same person who held the Marvel Rivals tournament. It is Kamana. And I believe I'm signed up for the 20th of next month. And I think it's a maze thingy. I don't know what I signed up for. What did I sign up for? It's a game show where you run through a maze and it has a lot of VTubers in it. I don't know what exactly. Okay, so it is a game show with 100 VTubers in a maze race, and the top 3 finishers will each get $50 and a spot on the pilot. I don't know what the pilot is. Maze Runner? I don't think it's Maze Runner. I've never even seen that movie. I generally just think it's a maze and it's like the first one to get their wins. Or the first 3 that get their wins. All I know is I've signed up for it and I am a part of it. Let me just make sure there's actually a list here to see who's a part of it. I'm not on this list. Where am I? Wait, Travi's on this list. Why do I see Travi? Travi? A couple of the people I know are actually on this list too. But I see Travi. What are you doing, Travi? What are you up to? Can I target this guy? I would love to target this guy. We might not be on the same day though. I don't think. Oh, okay. I'm excited for that, but again, I don't really understand what it's about. All I know is that it is some sort of maze game, Madingy Dongy. Okay, so no StarCraft today. Wait, StarCraft. 5 hours ago? No, 7 hours ago. We'll be forming EU-NA regions. 1830. Oh, okay, why does no one put it on PST? I don't understand. Wait, their maintenance happened earlier than it was supposed to be. So does that mean it's going to end or finish earlier? 3 EST. It's 6 p.m. Wednesday. No, that's 6 p.m. today. I don't know. I'm fucking confused. Prage? Apparently it's supposed to be 6 p.m. today, but I don't actually know. So we'll check it in an hour, maybe? It looks like... okay, based off Twitter, some people are saying, like, did the servers go down? They don't even know, like, if it was supposed to or not. Cool beans. Sorry, let's look for that in about an hour from now. But I think this is a good time to end stream. Who's streaming right now that we can raid over to? Who should we rate out to? Oh. Natsu is streaming right now. We'll rate over to Natsu. All right, here's all the links. There's that one. There's that one. There's I misspelled. I always misspelled that one. Let me prepare. Thank you guys for coming to stream. I appreciate it. I will see you guys. Say Wednesday. I'll see you guys Friday. Bye bye. I'm not a tree.